Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and I wanted to give you guys an Ukrainian update because a lot of you guys have been sending me messages left and right. Joey, how is the family doing? How is your sister-in-law doing? So I figured, while we have a few minutes, let me sit down with you guys and give you the latest update. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. So for those who don't know, up to this point, there's been a lot of development in Ukraine. There's been a lot of fighting, especially on the eastern portion of Ukraine. But luckily, where my father-in-law, where Julia's whole family is, it's been kind of quiet. Now, over the past month, things have definitely kind of gotten a little out of control. For those who don't know, let me just kind of paint the picture for you. Look at a map of Ukraine. Let's say that Crimea is, just for the sake of maybe flipping it your way, Crimea would be over here and Odessa would be over on this side. So imagine this is West Coast, this is East Coast. Okay, so in that map, most of the fighting is taking place where Crimea is, this entire coast over here, because Russia wants to connect the Black Sea, or the Sea of Azov, all the way up through Russia so they can run gas. That's what the main fighting is taking place. Now, on the other side, we're talking about the West Coast. Here is Odessa. If you go all the way up to the far corner, right here in the corner, you've got Belarus and you've got Poland. Our family is located right about here. So every time that a rocket goes off from Belarus, whether it's going to Lviv, Lusk, or, all the way down to Odessa, they have some kind of air alarm which goes off and then they have to hide. So that's been about 130 days, and the age limit for men that have to stay within the country is from 18 to 60. Because my father-in-law is at that age where he's got to stay in the country, he's been every single day in this mindset of hearing the alarm going off or seeing a missile and seeing things like that go off and have to run underground. There's only so much time your body can deal with the stress before you start getting worn out. Well, for several months, my mother-in-law and the cousins and the aunts all went to Poland. Well, my mother-in-law decided to come back to Ukraine so that she can be with her husband and potentially get him out of that high up there and move all the way down more towards Lviv in a way, just so that she can get him to relax a little. And your body's that stressed, it kind of gets really tense and it's not really healthy. So she moved back so that she can help him, because while he is doing his regular job, he's doing stuff for the military, taking care of the grandparents and taking care of just the house. So it's been a lot of work, and she came back to Ukraine about a week and a half ago and started helping him out. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, they'll be able to get an apartment in Lusk so they can stay down there and hang out just for maybe even a month, just to get him away so that he can relax a little bit. There is just so much stress of regular war that people don't realize. It happens to your body over time. And of course, there's other things that go on that make that that crazy amount of stress go higher. Sorry, I lost my thought for a second there. One of which is that, for those who don't know, in their town, because it's so close to Belarus, there's all these bridges you have to cross to get to their town. Well, to play it safe, the military put charges in all of those bridges so that, if the Russians start to come through, or the Belarusian army, which is not going to happen at this moment, they could blow those bridges and everything will be okay. Well, it just so happens that there was a lightning storm the other day, and lightning struck the bridge, which caused the bridge to explode. Yeah, that is not a pretty sign, because everyone got terrified and thought that the Russians were coming and started panicking to get out of town. Luckily the military got on the phone real quickly and told her, no, it was just a storm. Don't worry, everything's okay. But it's stuff like that just kind of has you at the edge of your seat, kind of panicking 24/7. So ultimately in that situation, he's very stressed out. Mom is definitely taking care of him, taking care of the grandparents. The grandparents are okay, thank goodness. But that's kind of the situation at our home front. Obviously in Ukraine, if you follow me on TikTok, I've been updating you guys daily with 3 to 5 verified stories. We're still doing that every day. Though when I'm away, I'm going to have someone else filling in for me. That way you guys aren't losing out on the news. But you can see that the fighting is still going on, especially on this eastern part, right over here, or Kharkiv is, Kherson, Crimea. So that whole side, it's still going on, and obviously with everything going on in the United States, most of our media isn't covering as much. It's not over, it's still going on, and it's going on every single day. Hundreds of people are still dying every day. Civilians are still getting attacked. I mean, they're hitting Russia for some reason, residential buildings, daycares, hospitals, for absolutely no reason. So that is the latest in the home front here in America. It's definitely still been a, I guess, trial and error kind of situation. We're still trying to get things figured out. The U.S. government really doesn't provide anything for Ukrainian refugees. You pretty much have to provide everything for them. You know, they welcome them here. There's no health care. I don't even know how they even get on a health care. I have to somehow get on Medicare, which I'm talking to different companies to see how we can even have that happen. Plus, how do you actually even pay for that kind of stuff? There are some programs, but you have to go through a different program to get to that program. There's other assistance programs that just go through churches and the IRC and a couple. That's the International Rescue Committee. And then a couple other things that you can do, but it takes such a long time just to get anything approved. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do in the meanwhile. I mean, I'm already speaking to our senators and congressmen to see what is it we can do to push things forward. But as the economy in America gets worse, those programs start to dry up because you have to help out Americans first. I know it is such a strange situation, but overall, though, she's in good spirits. You know, we are providing everything we can for her. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, she wishes she can buy. And it's, you know, Julie and I are working and Ira's doing what she can. And, you know, it just is hard. I don't think you realize how hard it is. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who's still donating money. The money is still going over to Ukraine, to Julia's town. We just sent over 50 military tactical bags to put all the medical gear in. And that was all done because of you guys. You guys have Venmo Julia or bought things, which we're still selling, by the way. Let me, I think I have them over here somewhere. Where are they? We have Ukrainian pins. Here they are. A whole bag of them. That's still for sale. And 100% of the price of the... 100% of the sales go to Julia's town. So this is together with Ukraine. If you want to buy one, I'll put the link in the description below. Have about 100 here. So, you know, $10 a pop. That's a lot of money we're going to send over there, especially because of the currency. If you notice that the US dollar is actually stronger than the euro, but they don't take euro, they take hryvnia, so it's actually even better. So if you want one, you know, I'll put the link in the description below, and then please help us support her family, her town, and then Ira overall. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys for all of the support, all the love, all the messages. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. Stay safe. See you later. Bye.